Get paid on time with the Advanced Debtors Management module by So Easy. Understanding the problem. An invoice is due payment on the due date. Customers can easily miss paying on time, and this is the beginning of potential losses. Chasing overdue accounts is a time-consuming task and can be difficult. And the statement run is too late to manage overdue accounts effectively, and overdue accounts can continue to grow. Additional problems are enforcing penalties requires the customer to agree to your terms of trade. Adding interest and admin fees takes administration time, and they don't always have the time to do it. Overdue accounts can actually cost you a fortune. Let's have a look why. $1,000 of unpaid invoices can cost you as much as $10,000. How so? Well, after all costs are deducted, your true end-of-year profit is realized. For example, 10% profit at the end of the year isn't uncommon. So from $1,000 worth of sales, you make a true profit of $100. That's 10%. If the invoice is unpaid, you're actually out $1,000. This is now actually a profit loss. To recover the lost amount of $1,000, it will take $10,000 in sales just to recover the $1,000 loss. Shocking stuff, and I'm sure we would all like to avoid it. The solution: 1. Send terms of trade or credit application forms quickly and easily with the Advanced Debtors Management module. It provides you with a series of features that make this whole task simple. First, let's go to the database, and here, just on the right hand side, there's a special button. Simply click on that button and you can decide what you'd like to send. I'll send Bob a credit application form. Click on Send, and email is automatically configured for you with the attachment of our terms and conditions. Send. And now Bob has received an email. Please sign and return the attached form. Dear Bob, da 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 da. Down the bottom here, oh, by the way, we nipped a little bit of advertising in with it. And then down at the bottom, there's the application form. He prints it off, signs it, sends it back. And once you get it back, you simply come back into the database, and here it's telling us that we're actually waiting on a credit contract from Bob. Click on the button again. Have you received a signed copy? Yes, I have. And now we can see when we received the signed copy, we would obviously file Bob's credit application form for future reference should we need it. Now you also need the opportunity to send terms of trade when you're doing quotes or invoices. Clicking on invoices here, I've already pre-created an invoice, but the difference is when I go print and close with the Advanced Debtors Management module, I've got this extra button, attach terms and conditions, go OK. Here's the invoice attached into an email, but down the bottom terms and conditions are also attached. Go Send, close the invoice, and now Bob has received his invoice, and in the attachment is also the terms and conditions. Now, should you want to look up what you've sent Bob, simply come back to the database, go to Email Sent, and here I can see when I sent him that invoice, I also had the terms and conditions attached to it. So it's easy to send terms and conditions and credit application forms. The next solution is warn the customers about invoices due. This process can be set up as an automatic function in the setup area, where you can configure much of how the module works. When the administrator comes in the morning, clicks on platform, they're prompted with, shall I send today's account reminder emails? Now in this case, I'm going to go no, because what I need to do is update my cash book and allocate payments against the invoices. And then once I've done that, I could go back into the cash book and come back into platform, and it will prompt me again, I'll just go no again, just so you see a bit more of the features. Go to Debtors, and down the bottom left here, send reminders. Click on that. What's today's date? Go OK, and the reminders are calculated, and here we can see that this reminder is about to go out. And I can choose not to send that reminder by clicking on it with my mouse, and I can decide whether this customer is to receive invoice due reminders or be charged interest on overdue invoices. I'll send the message. Dear Bob, just a friendly reminder, the following invoice is due payment. Invoice 1002, payment due today reminder. Here's the details of the invoice, etc. So we've informed Bob that the invoice is due to be paid today, and you can set the number of days prior to an invoice being due for the messages to go out. The next part of the solution is to warn customers about overdue invoices. And here, automatically, the Advanced Debtors Management module has worked out that this particular invoice is now overdue by 4 days. Obviously, we've tricked the system into doing this because I'm making a concurrent video. However, here it is. Send the message. Boom. Reminder's been sent. And Bob's email warns him about the overdue invoice, and also a slightly different message showing him where he can see a copy of the terms of trade on our website or a link. Overdue accounts attract 5% per month use of money interest on the balance due, as well as a flat fee of $25 per month administration charge to avoid the automatic fees being loaded, and so on and so on. So Bob is definitely getting plenty of warnings about overdue invoices. So the next part of the solution is to apply fees automatically. And here you can see once the invoice becomes overdue by 30 days, you can configure this, it wants to charge some interest, and the new interest is $23. So far total interest applied to this invoice of $23. Click send the messages, go OK, and now Bob has received an automatic email, invoice 1002, payment overdue by 30 days as per our terms, yada yada yada, invoice that one there, plus interest on overdue balance of invoice $23, total pay $483, regards account department. Now if we have a look at the customer's account, the system has automatically charged interest for overdue invoices. And usually an email like this prompts the customer to phone you up or send an email back saying, oh, sorry about that, I've just paid it. And at your discretion you can decide to remove this interest. Click on it with your mouse and you can delete the entry. At least you got paid, and that's the most important thing. And if the account is still unpaid at the time of the statement run, what happens is the system will automatically load penalties against the customer, administration fees that could be charged, and you simply send it, and that includes on the next statement the fees. Let's have a look at that. And there we have overdue account administration fee applied, $25. So the process of applying fees is automatic, and should you want to deduct those fees, of course you can, delete the entry. And up here you've got the ability to configure how you want the system to work for the customer. So we've sent terms of trade, warned customers about invoices due, warned customers about overdue invoices, and we've applied the fees automatically. And as a final feature, you can inform relevant staff to chase up overdue invoices by sending them an email highlighting the fact that this particular customer has a problem. So the Advanced Debtors Manager module, this module takes care of this entire process of managing debtors. It's easy, set it and forget it, and it's a permanent solution. Please visit our website to order, and there's our details there. Thank you for watching the Advanced Debtors Management module.